human in your title. Yeah, so let's celebrate and embrace that. Who gets change? Who gets the fact that people and behaviour are at the root of successful change? Is it the CIO? No. Is it the CTO? No. Is it marketing people, based on the evidence I've seen? No. So, you know, it's you guys. Yeah? You have an opportunity, your voice should be heard. Too often, when change is happening, they come to you too late, the wrong time, in the wrong way. I think we got it catastrophically wrong with the millennials and Gen Y. We've never had a more disengaged workforce, high turnover. All the research we've done shows that they don't think their potential is utilised to the full. They're looking to start their own businesses more than ever before. They don't believe businesses enable them to be entrepreneurial. If you get employees aligned, engaged to the extent that they're positive advocates, your business will grow faster. That is well documented. Every business is going through transformation, profound transformation. So, you know, it would be our roles to make sure that we do that together, that it's done by human beings, with human beings, and for human beings. You know, we're at an HR networking event. It's important for you as individuals in your careers. It's important for the people in your organisations, for your organisations, and I would argue it is societally important. So, this is Like a Girl. Some of you will have seen this, arguably the most successful marketing campaign ever in history, certainly the most awarded. It's had hundreds of millions of views, and I've got two daughters, and it can make me cry, because it's quite profound. Why don't we apply some of the rigour in terms of insight and human understanding that we do in consumer marketing into employee comms and engagement and employer brands? What it means is, as well as adapting our skills, we will need to adapt ourselves. We will need to be more self-reliant, we will need to be better at self-promotion, we will need to be more resilient in a world characterised by change and uncertainty, where our safety networks have gone. So we're all going to have to go through adaptation. And again, there's an opportunity there for, I think, for employers to help, so they can play a meaningful role in the lives of these people by supporting them through that transition.
We look at things quite carefully, like demographics and the generations in the workforce. I was just looking at some just recently, you know, information like 3 of the 4 biggest economies in the world, their populations are shrinking. So Japan, in the next 50 years, will go from 124 million inhabitants to 86 million at the current rate. There's a healthcare company in Japan called Unichem, and it sold more products that deal with incontinence problems than it sold babies' nappies. And the point being around this is that demographic shift is quite substantial. So we actually don't have maybe the critical challenge in terms of bringing people into the organisation, because we actually look after the people we've already got. Bristol is a brand new headquarters, sort of state-of-the-art building, but you'll hear all kinds of nationalities, languages spoken there. But it's quite an interesting makeup of that. But you need to understand that to be able to, as we've touched upon, you need to be able to understand what are the experiences and what are the communications, what people want to know, feel and experience. I remember I was head of all the talent acquisition across Europe, Middle East and Africa for Goldman, and incredible machine at its graduate and internship propositions. Leadership were phenomenal. I remember Michael Shildy, who's just retiring as the co-chief exec, would insist on chairing my internship mid-term assessments. So 4 weeks into that, he would personally want to chair those meetings. And any manager who wasn't getting, particularly the diverse candidates, up the curve, would come and see him in his office after. He was that intent on the talent. But we had to deal with that. I remember taking down signs and brand signs from hotels where we were holding events, because let's just try and keep it quiet, because at the moment we're not flavour of the month. So, if the EVP is the personal promise you make to your current and potential future employees, then your brand and reputation must actually build on, as Jason said, the experience is what actually happened. We had several hundred individuals for working sessions talking about what it means to them to work at Imperial. What is it? It's no point us coming up with the brand and the logos and the message. What does it mean to work at Imperial for them? What's the give and get? Why do they believe in it? It's the number of people who I still meet each week who said, oh, I've done 23 years this year, Tom. Oh, 34 years next year. Yes, and they can rattle off 14 different countries they've worked in across the world. Is quite phenomenal. And one of the reasons, one of the experiences that we give them is we look after our people. We still have probably what some people would call gold plated, but international mobility wise, we look after them.